Welcome everyone to BFDIA, but I decide who leaves each episode. The title is basically a fancier term for a my way. Each episode, the contestant who I personally dislike the most, or like the least, would be eliminated. This can be influenced by events in the episode, however. Due to their extreme numbers disadvantage, Wobunch were the first to lose. While I like all three members, if I had only seen BFDIA 1, I would dislike Donut slightly more than the other two, I think, so he would still be out first. In BFDIA 2, we have the most contestants to ever lose in a single episode with the defeat of Team No Name. I probably would have wanted Rocky out since I have literally never liked him very much. Teardrop did not at all deserve to leave in BFDIA 4. I don't really dislike anyone on a Wobunch, really. If I had to choose though, which I do because that's the whole premise of the video, I would eliminate Needle. This elimination is tied with Teapot 3 for the second largest elimination in terms of how many contestants lost. It's kind of tough between Ice Cube and Dora since they were kind of nothing characters in early BFDIA, but I think I will go with Dora. Since this is more of a my way than a typical elimination order, I can arrange the teams however I see fit. And since Match is still in, it makes more sense to put her on Free Smart despite technically occupying Rocky's slot. That said, Team No Name still loses, and I would have to say, even though I care the least for Fiery, I would want Puffball to leave because of making her team lose. Since Rocky's already gone, nobody will switch teams. I think pretty much everyone else is content where they are. Anyways, I would have to say that Spongy is the one I care for the least out of Wobunch. Story events involving the Yoylite would largely remain the same, at least initially since nobody involved has been eliminated yet. Due to Fiery's involvement in the scheme and Ice Cube generally being better around this time, I'd have chosen Match here. This one is extremely obviously Yellowface. I liked everyone else a lot more at the time. Even Nicholas, this was before he kinda started to annoy me with his non sequiturs. BFDIA 10 is the end of the line for Fiery. He just cannot compete with the others on this team for my support. Not even Gelatin. BFDIA 10 takes the team switching mechanic to its logical extreme and has all but one contestant on the same team. This is another pretty obvious choice for me, as I would choose Ice Cube to go. With Ice Cube gone, this one becomes considerably more difficult of a decision to make. I would have to go with Ruby though, I think, but just barely. Only one team wins instead of only one team losing in this episode. Nickel is probably the last remaining contestant I don't care much for, especially at this point in the season. Even despite having to rearrange the duos, and despite Teardrop being arguably much more competent of a teammate, Book's duo still loses. Unfortunately, I think this is where Teardrop will have to go. This was a tough call to have to make. The trios were decided by wanting to make sure Golf Ball and Tennis Ball were separate, which led to Gelatin taking the empty spot on TB's trio. The unchanged trio is the one that won, coincidentally enough. It's another tough call to make, but I think Gelatin is slightly weaker than Bommy and BFDIA, so I choose him to leave. This time the teams were determined by Golf Ball obviously wanting to team with Tennis Ball, and Bommy would not want to team with Fries. Bommy actually winds up winning the challenge, and of everyone else, this might be the hardest choice to make yet. I suppose Tennis Ball is the one I care least for. BFDIA 18 is the final elimination before we officially reach the merge. I know I keep saying this, but this one may be the most difficult one of all of them. I think I will have to go with Bommy though. For BFDIA 18, I think I will go with Pencil because I once again care the least for her out of the remaining players, but it was also once again a tough choice to make. After a bunch of difficult decisions in a row, this one is a much easier call to make. Pin absolutely deserved to get eliminated here, and I don't think too many people will argue against that. I'll consider Golf Ball to be replacing Tennis Ball, so that means the other three will be up for elimination in BFDIA 22. Of them, I think Fries very narrowly beats out the other two for who I care about the least. I think all three remaining players in this order are all great characters, but if I had to choose one to not make the finals, which I do have to, then I choose Coiny. As much as I really like Golf Ball, I think in general I'm rooting for Book to win the season. She's trying so hard to win yet keeps getting screwed over at the last minute. She deserves the win, and if it were up to me and me alone, she would win the battle for Dream Island again. Thank you for watching, make sure to subscribe with notifications on.